Guys, real quick, just going to use this opportunity to shill my other platforms. You can find all my links on my Linktree page. The main pages I'm going to be using other than YouTube are going to be Minds, Odyssey, BitChute, Rumble, and Truth Social. So if you guys want to give me a follow over on those other platforms, I'd really appreciate it. But without further ado, let's get into the video. All right, guys, the day has come. This is Dead Space for the Xbox Series X. I decided to go pick this up today at GameStop. I actually had it pre-ordered on Amazon, but they said that they weren't going to deliver it until Tuesday. And the game actually did release today, which is Friday, January 27th, 2023. So if any of you guys have pre-ordered it on Amazon and they're not delivering it today, I would highly suggest consider canceling that, because you probably won't get it unless you don't mind waiting. I really was looking forward to this. So anyway, we'll get right into it. As you can see, it's still in the saran wrap, but I just kind of wanted to talk about Dead Space real quick. If you guys have never played this, there's probably a lot of like younger people that are playing Dead Space for the first time. This is one of the greatest, if not the greatest, survival horror game ever made. In my personal opinion, Dead Space 2 is the best, but the original Dead Space is on par with Resident Evil 4 and like Resident Evil 7, Silent Hill 2, like you name it. It's up there in the echelon of just absolutely amazingly fantastic survival horror video games. So I cannot wait to play this remake. I heard they've done a lot of changes. One of the big ones is Isaac Clarke is now voiced. He was actually not voiced in the original game. They added the voice to him in Dead Space 2 and 3. Gunnar Wright, I think, is the voice actor's name. So he's back, fully voiced in this one, which is pretty cool. And there's a lot of like side quests, I guess, they've added, as well as a bunch of like new lore that kind of like expands the Dead Space universe. So before I open it, I guess, this is my hope. I hope this game does well, and I hope that they remake Dead Space 2, and who knows with 3. 3 had a lot of issues. They could remake that game and make it better, but really I'm hoping that this leads to an inevitable and eventual Dead Space 4, because after Dead Space 3, like, I liked it, but I could kind of tell that the franchise was souring. So I hope this like reinvigorates it, kind of like what Resident Evil's been doing with their remakes. And then they made Resident Evil 7, which was like one of the best games ever as well. So hopefully we can get a Dead Space 4. Don't mess this up, EA. EA, by the way, they are the original publishers, and they're the ones that canceled Visceral Games. So EA is really the reason why Dead Space died. I will leave that caveat, but hopefully EA doesn't screw it up this time and enough people, are interested in this. But anyway, let's look at the back here. It says, humanity ends here. Immerse yourself in sci-fi horror. Explore stunning setting full of unpredictable and tense moments. Unravel the USG Ishimura mystery. Uncover the dark secrets behind the events aboard the ship. Improvise to survive. Utilize your tools to strategically defeat enemies with precision. And I won't go too much into the spoilers of the story, but if you guys have never played Dead Space, the big gimmick here is that you have to dismember your enemies. So you have to like shoot their arms off and shoot their legs off, and that's what they mean by the improvise to survive. So anyway, it says the sci-fi survival horror classic Dead Space returns, completely rebuilt from the ground up to offer a deeper and more immersive experience. Explore the deep space mining ship, the USG Ishimura, as engineer Isaac Clarke, who starts as a routine repair mission, quickly turns into a battle for survival as the truth beyond the horrors on board begin to unravel. So yeah, this is, like I said, this is probably going to be much like the original game, but we'll see. Maybe I'll make a review on the game afterwards. But anyway, let's open it up here. Alright guys, sorry about that. I lost connection in my car, so I just decided to wait till I got home to finish filming this. But I did get it unwrapped, so I can actually show you guys what's inside. And so this is what it looks like from the whole case. So like that's with the spine and everything. And then of course, as always, no manual, guys. No manual. Every freaking time I complain about this, but just look at how sad that looks. Just look at how sad that looks with no manual. And I know not a lot of people buy physical games anymore, but, you know, I do. So I think the least they can do is give me a piece of paper or some artwork. And not to mention, guys, this game retailed for $69.99. I think it was like $75.06 with tax in my state. So this was not a cheap game. And this is just the regular version. There's like a digital deluxe version that comes with like extra stuff on the you can only get it digitally, but that one costs even more. So again, this is nothing to scoff at with the price of gaming, but whatever, it is what it is. You know, I like to have the physical copy, and it is a beauty. I definitely like the artwork on the game. So anyway, guys, that is kind of the unboxing for Dead Space. I'm gonna go ahead and get this all installed. But yeah, let me know if you guys end up picking the game up, if you guys have already played it. I know a lot of reviewers have already got advanced copies, and the reviews have been great. As you guys probably know, Callisto Protocol came out last year, and it was supposed to be a Dead Space spiritual successor, or I guess spiritual predecessor is what you'd call it. But it was supposed to be like a Dead Space game, but it was massively disappointing. So a lot of people have been looking forward to this specifically, and it looks like it was worth the wait. So anyway, that's kind of the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and then also please like this, as it really helps the YouTube algorithm. But the most important thing here is that YouTube is absolute garbage anyway. So if you guys check out my Linktree links in the description of the video, you can follow me on the alternative media platforms. The big ones that I use other than YouTube is Minds for like memes and stuff like that, and then for videos, Odyssey. So check me out on those platforms. But as always, like I said, thanks so much for watching. This has been Jigsaw0097. I will talk to you all later.